Hey, ladies and gentlemen, how do you do it? This video was a series of videos that's dedicated just to the ladies. Gentlemen, if you're tuned in or punched in or want to view this, this is just for the ladies. You're going to have to, I'm sorry, but you're going to have to go watch another video. And the ladies will, this is the one I just need to talk with the ladies. This is a series of tapes. Hang on just a second, ladies. They should be gone. Yeah, they should be gone now. Okay, ladies, now since I've got only you in the room or wherever you may be, this is a series of videos that's running. Trying to keep them right back to back, and they're all going to be classified as ladies videos, for ladies only. And like I say, it's because it's just some information that I wanted to get out there, some that I've learned over the years from the ladies that I've been with, and they are so beautiful. They are. So right now I want to get into this. This one here, I want to call this one, we're going to have like pet names and stuff. And what this does, little pet names, and what I found out over the years by having pet names and calling your male and him giving you a pet name, those little pet names can, like that little spark. You know, you may not use those pet names all the time, and sometimes you may use them in everything that you say to each other. And it's been, I don't know why or how it works, but it's worked through every relationship that I've had, is to have a little pet name for my girlfriend's fiance, even for my ex-wife. But and it's something that like I say, it puts a smile on your face, and when you're talking to that person and you're using that little nickname, and nobody else uses it, but you use that little nickname, then you know that that's that conversation between you two. You know, it's nobody else to be involved in this. This is just us. And so when you come up with a pet name for your man, you know, kind of think about what you're going to call him. Let it be something masculine, you know, but still something kind of maybe soft. But you know, call him something that you know, like when he's around his guys and you say it to him, he can still say, yeah, that's right, that's me, that's who I am. You know, it's like my ex-wife. When we first started dating, she called me Tank, like an army tank, and that's. But as far as I'm going to go with it, but anyway, so that's what she called me, and I've had a few other little nicknames along the way, and but it was it's those little pet names that you can see how I'm smiling about it. And so in this one here, I just take your notes, and it's about you know, you want to come up with pet names for your spouse. I got something itching me, something's in the air. Anyway, so. Come up with that and sit down and have fun with it, but you know, make sure it's something that you can also use in public, because you're going to use those names in public. So you know, think about it before you just say, well, this is what I'm going to call you, and you know, but think about it, because you're going to be around people of all ages, and you want to make sure your pet name can be used in public around anyone. So you know, keep it kind of nice. Don't get too risque with it, and but have fun with it, you know. And so when you leave a note for your spouse, and get him to give you a pet name, so kind of watch what you name him, because he may name you something. So but drop him a hint about pet names. Maybe you come up with one that you want him to call you, and then when you think of what you want him to call you, then you might want to write that down first. So you might want to throw some names around what you would like to be called, you know, before you get involved, and then it gets out of hand, and then you're stuck with a nickname in your relationship that you really didn't like. So have fun in it. Find out what it is that you want to do, and first that thing, and have fun with it. You know, have fun with it. Now there's you know, one more thing. As being parents and all, there's times when you know, you really need to have your time. And in our everyday life, we all don't get to enjoy our time, personal time, because if you're raising a family, then you have that family to raise. So at times you may want to say, okay, you know, our room is off limits through this period of time, you know, and whether it's an hour, 4 hours, or whatever, and then, you know, state that with the family, and then when they're curious why, we need time to talk. We need our time to be with each other so where we can talk about our day. Oh, okay. When we can't be there? No, we want you to be there at a different time. We still want you in there, but it's just time that we need to talk. Mommy and Daddy need to talk, or, you know, or if you... Anyway, so that's the way it should be. And so, but, you know, set your guidelines. Be polite. Even like if you have relatives that lives with you, you and your husband has to have your time. You have to find a time to take time. And even if maybe you say, okay, tonight it's just me and my husband, or me and or my fiance, and we're going to go eat out. You know, even if you just go to a fast food place to grab a burger, where it's you two. You know, like, you know, say, well, on this night, on Tuesday night or Thursday night, it's our night. We go do what we're going to do. Because on Friday nights, you're going to be, you know, either you're going to have sleepovers at your house with your children, or your children are going to be in a person's house sleepover. Or if they're into sports, you're going to be going on sports on Friday night. And then if they're into other stuff at school, you may be doing stuff on Saturdays. Then on Sundays, you'll be worshiping. So, you know, and even some worship on Saturday. So, you know, there's stages of your life in your week, and you only have 7 days in a week. But you've got to have to find time for you to be able to sit down and have that time. And if you're starting to date, real quick, I need to put this in, because if say you're just starting to date someone, okay, and this person, you two are really got a great bond, but you want to take it to the next step of being engaged, or, you know, you want to go, both of you have decided you want to take it next step. Sit down and bring everything on the table. Don't leave nothing to kiss. You know, both of you need to sit down and say, okay, look, this is what I'm bringing in a relationship. This is my finances. This is my debts. And that's a very touchy subject. But you need to bring that up, because if you're going to be married to each other, you need to know that before, you know, you go into it. If you bring everything out on the table and nothing's held back, your relationship will only grow. And say there's something that needs to be looked at, that'll give you time before you get married to look at whatever it is that needs to be brought to the table. And, you know, really, if you love each other and you get ready to become married, then honestly, it's going to be okay to bring it to the table. Because if you're getting that close to doing it, you know, when I say doing it, getting engaged, prepared to get married, and you need to bring it out at the beginning before you wait and it's too late, and then you're married, and oh yeah, by the way, I've got to tell you, this is how much debt I've got, you know, and then that's gonna, because what it does, it tarnishes your gold star, you know, and that's the same way with his, you know, you want his shining bright as a star in heaven, and that's what you want yours to do. So bring that out on the table at the beginning and talk that over. And I really hate to bring that in at the very end, but I meant to put that in sooner, but there's so much information, there's so much more to talk about on this subject. But I wanted to be able to sit down and do some videos, so when for you ladies, so that way it'll kind of open your eyes up, and it'll keep you wanting to keep your male intrigued and keep your male occupied in a relationship, because he is that knight of shining armor. He is the hunter. He is the protector. You know, he's the one that's supposed to be the caretaker of the family. And so, you know, like I say, let him take those positions, brag on him, but then also leave him little messages, so where he'll know that he's doing a good job. And have fun at life. That's all I can really tell you. Go and have fun. Respect each other. trust each other, but have fun. Hold each other's hands. Look at each other and smile. You know, smile is, like I always say in all my other videos, a smile is worth $1 million. $1 million your smile is. So ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to call this a wrap. Thank you so much for your time. And I said ladies and gentlemen, but ladies, because this is a video strictly for ladies. And I hope that maybe there was something in the video that you can say, hey, you know what, I'm glad Billy done. And I hope and pray. And whatever you do, say a prayer for me, because I need prayer all the time. Thank you again. Good night.